Go ahead and find a resting pose. If that resting pose is seated, no problem. I'm going to rest with my knees bent, lying on my back in constructive rest. Things you might want today are something for underneath your knees, like a blanket or a cushion, and maybe a block or a stool for getting up and down. All right, once you're settled, we're talking about spring. Spring has an energy to it that you might feel in your body. You might notice a restlessness with butterflies or agitation or like something starting to sprout from a seed. We might try a lot of different things. So a lot of seeds, it might feel kind of dynamic. I've been having a lot of trouble falling asleep lately. There might be things that feel risky, wobbly, kind of initiatory, like just waking up out of this slumber and we're really awake and alive and energized. And if you're not really feeling that, normalize that. So, what is the feeling that you're experiencing in your body in this moment? So, in your reclined position, if you'd like to take a hand to heart, you can. I'm going to chant Om. You can join me if you'd like. Seeds planted in the spring don't have roots yet. If you are experiencing an unrooted quality, ungrounded, that is understandable. Let's walk our feet a little closer together with our knees up. Bring one knee in, take your foot up toward the ceiling. The other foot can be grounded on the earth, spreading your foot. The foot that's toward the ceiling, spread your toes, play with your toes. Circle your foot on your ankle. Circle it the other direction. Then cross that ankle over your bottom thigh, aiming your top knee away from your shoulder on that same side. You may feel something in your outer hip, so if you want to rub it, you can. And if you want to rock a little here, you can. Just a gentle rock to massage your lower back. All right, we'll take that foot down, bring the other knee in. So the foot that was crossed is now spreading into the earth. The other knee is coming in, and then foot up toward the ceiling. Play with your toes. Notice what's happening with the back of your head, back of your shoulders, broadening into the earth. Circle your foot. Notice the length of your waist and the quality of your breath. Circle your foot the other direction. All right, take ankle over thigh. Reclined pigeon or figure four. Keeping your bottom foot on the floor for now and rocking if rocking works. Now we're going to take both arms out to the sides, any height. Take both feet in the air. Take your legs wide apart. And we're going to start flopping those feet side to side. So it's fine to bend your knees, especially if you're in a small space. You might have to bend your knees to get your thighs side to side. And with your arms out to the sides, you might feel a little opening across your chest, across your shoulder. So keep that within your comfort zone. And if you want to bring your arms closer or even hands wrapping around you or on your heart, that's fine too. But you'll notice if you have your arms out to the sides, then you might feel a stretch across your pectoral muscles or the front of your shoulders and chest. You can even take it further, so as if you're kicking off to one side and then the other, coming into a twist and reaching. You can reach both feet if you have the space, or keep your knees bent. Then we'll bring our knees in and hold one knee with each hand. And you can do some rocking there. And you might hear my creaky floor. And then holding one knee with each hand, let's try rocking all the way over to one side. Bring it to your back and rocking all the way to the second side. And you may not get all the way over, and that's fine. We're playing with it. And then we're going to engage those deep core muscles and choose a side and play with bringing yourself up from your side. Maybe your hands are still on your knees, maybe they're not. So you end up with your feet off to the side. So I'll demonstrate that again, just in case you want to see it. You can try it with me or not. And once you're up, stay up for a moment, turn, lift your chest up and away from your thighs, from your knees, from your hips. Look back behind you. And then bring your hands behind you. So your furthest back foot will land and your other leg will come under. So you end up on all fours. Does that make sense? I know, a little awkward. So we're gonna reverse that. So take the leg that came across is gonna come across again. So we're coming to the same side and then end up back on your side and back on your back. Let's try it. So we're going to play with rocking the other direction, coming up, legs are staggered, turn, twist, spiral, find that mermaid shape. And then land your hands, back leg grounds, and the other leg, the bottom leg, right, comes across. So you end up on all fours. You're going to take that leg across again, sit down on that hip. Hands on knees, roll on your back, play, rock to the other side, ease yourself up, find your all fours position. It may feel less fluid and more awkward. And then the more you play with it, the more you might get there. All right, and the next time you feel like it's about even, you can stay on all fours. On all fours, we'll do a little cat and cow arching and curling your spine. Then take one leg back, turn your toes under, reach your heel. So you're getting a stretch for your calf. Opposite hand forward if that feels available, thumb up. Then lift your foot, bird dog, hand and foot away from each other. Then bend your knee, the one that's in the air. Keep your thumb up, reach your hand out to the side and maybe back. You could turn your thumb down anytime, just depending on your shoulder. You might be reaching in the direction of that foot and then reach hand and foot away from each other again. Hand and knee down, change sides. Take your other foot back, turn your toes under, reach your heel, keep your lower belly lifted. If it's available, opposite hand comes through forward, maybe thumb stays up. Root into the floor with what's down and lift your back foot. Just a little, it's a small lift, more about lengthening through that diagonal, then bending the knee so your foot goes toward the ceiling. Keep your lower belly lifted, reach your hand to the side, and maybe any amount back. And remember, if turning your thumb down works better for your shoulder, you could do that too. Come back to your bird dog, reach your hand and foot away from each other, Come back to all fours. Turn your toes under, lift your lower belly, and start to walk your hands back toward your feet. So you end up at the back of your mat in a forward fold. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Bend both knees. Sit your hips back like there's a chair behind you. Bring your hands up to your thighs. Lift your chest. Lift your lower belly. Lift your chest. Keep your thighs sitting back and your feet grounded. Spread your toes. Draw your chest broad. Lift your heart. Inhale. Exhale, round. Curl your spine from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Inhale, arch. Standing cat and cow. Last one. And as you curl, start to roll up, press into your feet, reach, reach, reach way up high, spreading our wings, touching our fingertips together, and then releasing hands down. So you're at the back of your mat doing this. Okay. Reach up, hands down. Hug your outer hips in toward each other. Lift your lower belly and shift your weight so either foot comes forward, either one. Bend your front knee. Hug your outer hips so your hip bones are still facing the front. Front knee is bent, back heel could be down. Not liking this. There we go. Okay, so it's a warrior one position. Arms reach through forward and up. And then you can take your arms out to the sides, thumbs up. You could start to reach back, just any amount, shifting your weight into that front foot. You can keep your knee bent, or you can start to straighten, rooting down into that front foot as your back foot maybe unweights, having that unrooted sense when you balance. Then bring your back foot through, knee through, until you're standing with your knee forward and up. Then with as much elegance and grace as possible, that foot that's in the air will step in front of you. Adjust your back foot. So now you're in warrior one with the other foot forward, bend your front knee, lift your lower belly, hug your outer hips toward each other. Hip bones are pointing forward and we reach warrior one. Arms can come out to the sides, fly, spread your wings. Feel across from shoulder to shoulder is broad and upper back is strong. Your waist is long and you're shifting your weight into your front foot as you unweight your back foot. Feel the rootedness through your front foot, your heel. Find your steadiness. Find your Virabhadrasana 3, your warrior 3. And then slowly transition shoulders up as your back knee comes through, forward and up. Fly and release. So step out either direction, maybe so you can face me and have your feet wide. Great, turn your right toes to the right, your left heel a little back, bend your right knee. So now your hips are open to the side edge of your mat and your arms float out, warrior 2. So we're gonna turn right palm up. Take right hand up toward the ceiling as left hand comes down, peaceful warrior. Take a breath. And then on your exhale, right forearm to right thigh. Left arm can come where it feels good. Lengthening through that whole left side, breathing. Then let your left arm come down. So your left hand is opposite your right foot. Turn your left heel up and bring your left knee down. The knee is coming down. Turn to your right and reach your right arm up so you're in a twist. You can always keep your hand on your shoulder. Root through that front foot, that right foot. So you're feeling solidly grounded, breathing into your side ribs, feeling like your ribs are smiling out to the sides. And then right forearm back to your right thigh, turn your back toes under, lift that left knee, turn your heel down, and left hand is on the floor, is going to come up and back, and we're back in warrior two. Then we'll come back to peaceful warrior, lifting the right side of your ribs, right side of your heart. Straightening your right leg, turning your feet parallel, relax your right arm. Turn your left toes left, adjust your right heel a little back. Hips are open to the side edge of the mat, and left knee bends. Float your arms out, Virabhadrasana 2. Then flip your left palm up, peaceful warrior, Shanti Virabhadrasana. How's breath? Feel the rootedness through your feet. Take your left forearm to left thigh and do what feels right with that whole right side of your body. So you might feel your outer right foot rooting as you reach your fingertips away. As you're ready, your right hand will come down opposite that left foot. So you can use a block here, carefully, gently bring your back knee down, your right knee down. And then your left hand can come to your left thigh to turn you, help you turn, spiral your spine to the left. And maybe you want to reach that left hand. Now, what's happening with that left foot? Big toe, heel, spreading your toes, feeling your roots growing into the earth. How is breath? When you feel ready, left forearm back to left thigh, turn right toes under, lifting right knee, heel down, root through that left foot, and reach your right arm up and back until you're back in your warrior two position. Yeah. Turn left palm up, peaceful warrior, breathe. And we'll straighten that left leg, really press your toes into the earth, reach up toward the sky, and relax. Turn your feet parallel. Right, let's do it again. So right toes right, right knee bends, float your arms out, warrior two. Peaceful warrior on your inhale. Side angle on your exhale. Inhale here, smile your ribs out to the sides. Exhale, take that hand opposite your right foot. Maybe your back knee wants to come down or maybe not as you turn to the right and find the twist. Take a breath. And breathe out, unwind, right forearm to right thigh, left heel down, and sweep your left arm all the way up and back until you end up warrior two. Maybe that takes a couple of breaths. Turn your right palm up, peaceful warrior. Take a breath. Side ribs expand. Straighten that right leg, reach way up, reverse your triangle. And then we're going to play with triangle. So you'll actually tip, keeping your hips the way they are and your feet and your legs really rooted. Start to tip, so you're taking your right hand somewhere on your right leg and your left arm up. So if you're hypermobile like me, the tendency is to lock those joints, and maybe there's a little even a hyperextension in that knee, so you can unlock your joint and have it a tiny bit bent. All right, press into your right big toe to ease yourself back up. Turn your feet parallel. Pause for a moment. And when you're ready, we'll go to the other side, warrior two. From warrior two, turn your left palm up, peaceful warrior, breathe in. Breathe out to your side angle, forearm to thigh, right arm up and over. Take a deep breath here. And as you breathe out, transition right hand opposite left foot. Maybe your knee comes down, maybe it doesn't. And you turn and spiral to the left, any amount. Take a breath. Long spine, right heel reaching way back. Then as you're ready, left forearm to left thigh, right heel down. And you'll take your right arm, spiral it up and back to your warrior two. You got it. Then turn your left palm up, peaceful warrior, breathe in. Settle into your solid, strong feet. Straighten that left leg, draw your hips back. Feel like you can reach a little higher. So you can stay right here in the reverse triangle, or if you'd like, pivot and play with triangle pose. Easier way to stand, turn your feet parallel and tip forward. If you've got something to put your hands on, please do, and then bend one knee and then the other side to side. Slowly ease yourself to sit. You could sit on something if you'd like. Cross your shins in front of each other and have your feet a little bit forward. So you've got space, room for your shins not to get tangled up in each other. So I encourage you to have your knees a little closer together, but your feet more forward. Then tip forward. And maybe your hands come onto your feet. Breathe. This is it. This is how we're finishing up our practice. Let your awareness draw inward like you are a little tiny seed. Just starting to feel the sun on your back. And when you're ready, ease yourself up and switch sides, maintaining that introspection as much as possible. So staying turned inward, switch sides, come forward. Maybe your palms come to the soles of your feet. And you feel that space of transition, of drifting a little bit, of trying things out. Maybe a little restlessness. How did the rose ever open its heart and give to this world all of its beauty? It felt the encouragement of light against its being. Otherwise, we all remain too frightened. Hafiz. Ease yourself up. Put a hand on your heart. That sense, that reminder that we're part of the seasons. We are mammals. The more time we spend remembering that we're mammals, the more we are connected and flowing with that seasonal energy. Deep breath in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I'm going to read that Hafiz quote again. How did the rose ever open its heart and give to this world all of its beauty? It felt the encouragement of light against its being. Otherwise, we all remain too frightened. I think it's reassuring to know that others are also frightened. Thank you.